So we are celebrating the solemnity of the Epiphany of Jesus, the revelation of God's Son or birth to the world. That's how we explain it. But then it's very interesting. How does really God reveal Himself to us, human beings? In what way? For example, no, they saw the star, and they said, "Wow, the newborn king is, a new king is born." So they wanted to see him. Now, when you talk about stars and astrology in the Christian church, it's a no thing. No? Joseph learned a lot of things about his mission in the dreams that he had. So how is that? So, and I think the way we can explain this is that God uses our ability, the way we understand things, to reveal Himself to us. And so, maybe during those times, they were really able to discover God. But for us now, it's very different. For example, now science can see things that our physical eyes cannot see, but yet they exist and they move and they are, And so, are we aware of our ability to be more spiritual in that sense? No. Because as of now, many of us want to discover God somewhere else, or we invent things so we can encounter God, but we remain physical beings, not spiritual beings. We have not tapped our capacity to be more spiritual, because spirituality in the Catholic Church is very, very, we can say, words that kind of maybe very few can experience. Spirituality is to be aware of God. Very simple. His presence around us, in us, is that way more spiritual, and not to be. And for spirituality for most and before, because God is there, and to be more spiritual, we have to do things so that we can touch Him. And yet we say when we baptize people, God is with you. No? So how do we say God is with us, and yet there's so many conditions given to us so we can be near God? That's why we are confused. We are confused. So how does God reveal Himself? By using our ability to discover things. And science is way, way ahead of us, as we should be more spiritual in the sense, tapping our natural ability. We are lagging behind, so we do not know. But there's no conflict between science and theology and God. But hopefully, we will learn how to discover God, especially for the Christians who are baptized, who are told God is with you. The promise of Christ is to be with us, to discover Him in us. And when we learn how to walk with Him, and when we learn how to talk and listen to Jesus, to God, then we will see life is very meaningful. As St. John said, what are we going to do? And in response, he said, well, do what you have to do. Soldiers, be content with your salary. Do not abuse people. No? Very simple things. And that's where we can discover God. And living our life by being aware that He is present in us. And we will say God will reveal Himself to you if you do that. And then remember also the message of the angels, no? Who will experience peace in his life or her life? Peace, the people of good will. Buena voluntad. So the first thing is our disposition. Are we disposed to experience God and to have peace? Then we will. As Elizabeth told Mary, blessed are you for believing, because what was told you by the angel, by the Lord, will be fulfilled. That's our faith. That's what we have to believe. And so, you don't have to do all those things that they did do in the antiquity. No? Hopefully, to be more spiritual now is to be more aware that our capacity to relate with God in His manner, as a spirit. We have to tap that. No? Okay, so, as the Magi discovered God, or the newly born king, to the Epiphany to the star, appearance of the star, we can discover God if we tap our ability to be more spiritual and not depend on physical things. Then we will discover God alive, guiding us, and we will learn how to depend on Him. Then we will have peace now and forever, perfectly in His kingdom. So with that, we end our now. So if you have any suggestions, let us know. Questions, let us know. Thank you.